Hey, everybody. Welcome to the pandemic. Welcome live from the bunker. Today's guest, the brave and crazy funny Maria Bamford. Maria Bamford is the guest today, live from the bunker. I just got an offer to be a comic on a Carnival cruise line ship. Did you hear me? I just got an offer to be a comic on a Carnival cruise line ship. Now, what would it be like to be a comic on the Carnival cruise lines now? It would be like, hey, folks. Hey, how you doing? Hey, good news, everybody. We're sinking. Carnival Cruise Lines, by the way, it still has about 6,000 passengers out to sea. Yes, Carnival Cruise Lines still has 6,000 passengers out to sea. By the way, if you have any questions, please send them in for me and Maria. And we'll be happy to answer your questions. Maria is here already, so we are going to get Maria on in a second. Maria, hang tight. I can't believe what's going on. Rent is due today. Rent. You know what the landlords are offering people? They're saying, oh, you don't have to pay it this month, but you will have to pay it eventually. We can't just give you free rent. Oh, really? Why not? The banks, who supposedly are are asking the landlords for money, just got trillions of dollars just handed to them. I have to make sure we are in the bunker. Handed to them, and they have to ask for their money, and the landlords have to ask for our money. There's going to be great social unrest soon. Great social unrest. And that's why I'm starting to accessorize properly. Notice how the ascot matches the hat. And also, that's one reason we have Maria on today, because of the great social unrest. And then, besides Carnival Cruise Line having 6,000 passengers out at sea, which is unbelievable. Hey, folks, by the way, I love to wave at boats. I don't know if anybody knows. I love to wave at boats. Whenever I'm on the land, I'm like, hey, because I want to put the pressure on them to wave back. So I'm always like, hey, and they see people like me, the salt of the earth, waving at them, and they feel like they have to wave back. But you know what? These rich fucks don't want to wave back. But anyway, if you're on a cruise ship, I kind of think you deserve to die. We could ask Maria if she agrees with that. The FDA, thank God for this. The FDA has recalled Zantac to be pulled off the shelves immediately. You know what else you should pull off the shelves immediately, FDA? Coronavirus 19. COVID-19. Maybe you could pull that off the shelves. Can you believe they're pulling off Zantac? By the way, a lot of people have, bad stomachs now because of the the churning of stress, and they're taking one of the antacids away, Zantac. Well, way to be on top of it. Gun retailers are being deemed essential service by the U.S. government. So that's an essential service. You have to have your gun. I'm going to ask Maria what kind of weapon she has to protect against the social unrest. Let's get Maria Bamford on here right now, a little early. Okay. You have to have your gun. That's essential service. What is my exercise? Oh my God. Well. Hello. Hello. Oh, I can't hear you.
Fine.
There you go. Now we can hear you. What happened to your face?
I covered myself with motivational stickers. I just trying to keep going. Who doesn't feel better after they get a sticker? I do my hair. Yes. So that's what I'm doing. I have been on a cruise ship once, Eddie, and
me too.
Hate to be on it, and it was a weirdly progressive type cruise trip. So it was all sorts of goofy types, public radio type of nonsense, and still very creepy.
I know. I went on a cruise ship once. I went from Honolulu, and this isn't to brag that I have this kind of lifestyle, but I went from Honolulu to Western Samoa. And I was opening, you're not going to believe this, for Charo. Do you remember the Coochie Coochie?
Of course.
You know, Coochie Coochie? Yeah. And they hated me because I was screaming about the end of the world. Little did they know that, you know, they would be at the epicenter of it years later. You know, the doctors call cruise ships petri dishes of virus. You know, like it just spread. And I also put on much weight. I put on a lot of weight was on the cruise ship because they have like breakfast, then they have pre-lunch, then they have lunch, then they have the dessert bar after lunch, then they have the same thing for dinner, like a pre-dinner. It's crazy.
Open trough. 24/7. I have no impulse control. I can't handle it.
Tell me what some of your stickers say.
This is a French fries with some googly eyes.
Oh, okay.
I believe French fries, just positive. Exactly is what this is with an egg. Then there's one with a pizza. It says, "You want a pizza, me?"
That is good stuff. That is good stuff. I went into business very briefly writing catchphrases on stickers, and I was never that good. Like I would write things like on a banana, you slipped, and I meant that for people in 12-step programs, and it never really caught on.
Hey, can you tell me why it's so important that people in anonymous programs, why they can't say which thing they're in? Do you know why that is?
You mean like because there's eating anonymous, there's alcohol, there's marijuana.
Yeah.
Why they can't specify? By the way,
Why they can't say, "Oh, I'm Elton John," and guess what? I'm an alcoholic. Because everyone says, but why is that? Does anyone know what the rule is on that? All right, why it's a thing?
Well, I'm not sure. I only got involved with the sticker program. By the way, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with your computer. Your computer or phone? What is it?
I'm on phone. Is it terrible?
Oh, okay. No, well, it's shaking. It's shaking, and the sound sometimes. I mean, it's shaking. Are you shaking?
I'm shaking.
There you go. That's perfect. Perfect.
I'm on Depakote, and I constantly shake.
I thought you were showing me your wedding ring.
Oh, that too, though. Boss.
Very nice.
Boss.
Very nice. Yeah.
Bought it off Etsy.
Hey, are you trying out new material on the Zoom app?
Sorry?
Are you trying out?
I'm so sorry, Eddie. This is
what happened?
I have terrible connections.
That's not what I've heard.
I'm doing like 45 minutes of material that I'm working on Zoom every weekday at 3.
Oh, is that right? You do it every day at 3? So this pandemic, it seems like you are thriving in it. I've interviewed people who thrive in it, and I interviewed people who are very scared. And you seem to be someone who this pandemic came along at the right time.
Oh my God. It's just so energizing. It's almost like the time I stopped eating sugar and white flour, Eddie. Just so much energy.
You were in that program too. I was in that program for a year, and I lost 40 pounds. I stopped eating white flour and sugar. I was obsessed with it. Every day I was like, I'm not having any of this shit today. And then I snapped. I had a piece of cake. After a year, and I snapped. I was like, more cake. I was at a cake bar. I was like, another round of strawberry shortcake for everybody. It was crazy. You snapped like it was nuts, you know?
Well, and it seems like sometimes that's all you can talk about after you go off that stuff. Like it's all that it, I mean, I'm played out on any dietary changes. I've lived in LA for 25 years. I've just heard the gamut. You know what I'm doing? I'm using broth. Can we talk about history?
Oh, before I tell you about the Punic Wars or the Tunic Wars, I'm not sure. I think it was the Punic Wars. I'd like to tell you about how I'm only eating fruit. That would be funny, like even a history teacher.
Just to like give me something. I want to learn something besides the fact of like, you know, if you eat less and exercise more, you'll get smaller fast.
That's true. That's just the basic way to do it.
Shut the fuck up!
Oh man, yeah. I'm glad you're here. How do you like doing your material on Zoom? How do you like doing material on Zoom?
It is boring and painful. Boring and painful, as I'm sure it is for the audience. I don't know what else to do.
Well, you're beloved. You're beloved. You know you're beloved, right?
Well, I don't know. There's just nothing to be done about it. So I'll just keep trying. And this is how I bring shape and meaning to being terrible at what I do. I always think, well, if I'm bad at it, maybe it will inspire someone else who's really good at something to try something. See how I create that?
Oh, totally.
Line?
By the way, you're down to just one sticker on your nose and one on your chin. No, it looks perfect. I was going to say it looked perfect. You just have a fried egg on your nose and it looks like a strawberry on your chin.
Oh, but it's a
watermelon?
It says one in a melon.
Oh, you see that, you know, I don't know if you can imagine, but in the writer's room of the sticker thing, it was like, what do you got, Bobby? How about one in a melon? What do you?
It's good shit.
It's good
There's
shit.
nothing. Yeah. I mean, it's the kind of stuff I don't think I could come up with. That and not hard and fast 9 to 5. I have to buy my sticker comedy.
Yeah. Hey, I'm asking people to ask us questions. And one of the questions, hey, honey, can you get my red nose? One of the questions I just got was, how would Sven deal with this crisis? Sven is a clown character I do. And I just want you to... Hello, I am a Swedish clown. And the way that I deal with the crisis is to completely turtle. I turtle into a ball and I yell, "This isn't happening! This isn't happening! This isn't happening!" And maybe you could try. Could you imagine a motivational speaker who tells people the weirdest things? I was thinking of what do you think of this, Maria, as a meditation teacher who's like, because I know you love these new agey characters, a meditation teacher who is like, "Okay, everybody, let's just close our eyes and see a big ball of golden light. But before you see that ball, I want you to check the New York Times app on your phone and see the latest update on the virus. Okay? Let's look at your phone. Now that you've looked at your phone and you see that they're projecting over 200,000 dead, I want you to close your eyes again and see that big ball of gold." What do you think? Like a meditation teacher who is paid by Apple.
Yes.
A meditation teacher who is paid by Apple to tell people to constantly go to their phone.
I love it. I think I love that when they say have some curiosity. Let's have some curiosity about the thought of bodies stacked in churches. And then we let it go because guess what? The air is clean. The air is clean in Los Angeles for the first time in many, many decades. And then we breathe in again. We breathe in again and we take in that it's again showing the massive discrepancy between rich and poor. And I think that's gold. That's cool. Yeah. I have a meditation app that's trying to keep up with the coronavirus. My meditation app is like, okay, you guys, right now you're having you think you have your own mortality and probably scared about money. And so we're just gonna, do you have a roof over your head? Okay, you don't. All right. Okay.
This is motivational,
you have
right?
This app, right? Yeah, it's motivational. It's like, it's like if you have this app, if you have this meditation app, you must be doing pretty good.
Yes. I love that people are still like trying to sell a ton of stuff during this time. Like we really are. I mean, hello. Do you need a new mattress when we're all waiting to die? This mattress, capitalism, right? The endless consumerism. I know you love to buy stuff, and everybody does.
I do.
I know that.
Do love to buy stuff. My most recent merch acquisition is I'm selling bikini underwear with my tour dates on the crotch.
Hey, somebody asked a question for you, Maria. They said, what is worse, performing for Zoom where the audience can only react in emojis, or a horrible live audience? What is worse?
Oh God, I think Zoom worse is a horrible live audience because in the horrible you've got to walk back through the club. You've got to endure the stares of wait staff who are just like, "Hey."
Yeah, people saying that was
then you
brave.
Gotta wait for the valet if it's LA, and you're lucky enough. Oh my God! I revealed my class distinct. I didn't use the valet. Now I did not.
Everybody, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Maria is going to watch us all die from the hills. I have a Woody Guthrie poster with his quote about not selling out to the man, and a frame I bought at Target. Hold it! I didn't hear that.
Target.
You went in. Can you say that again?
I have a
Woody Guthrie because
framed
we lost
Woody Guthrie poster of his.
Yeah.
Woody Guthrie of his quote about saying, "Don't sell out, don't don't go out to the big money side." I've definitely sold.
You have no. You're not. You don't do that. I've seen so many celebrities do commercials that they don't have to do. Like, why does Paul Giamatti need to do BMW commercials or Volkswagen? I forget which one, but when I get a $320 residual, I'm like, I can live on this for a while. I'm good for a while. These people are getting, Matthew McConaughey doing Cadillac commercials, even though I have to say McConaughey's work on these Cadillac commercials is superb.
Really?
I'm kidding. I think it's horrible. But there's countless examples.
Yeah, I have a hard time. I can't. I'm a loose cannon. I can't trust myself not to say anything completely adverse to whatever the advertising campaign is.
Yeah. I just attack it. I attack the world of business, because they have destroyed the planet. Hey, speaking of things being in chaos, it's a good time to foster dogs and cats, is it not? Because everybody's home. I know you're a big animal lover.
Yes.
And this is a really good time for people. I'm talking to everybody out there, but especially Maria. This is a good time to foster a dog or cat. Help get them out of the city shelters. They're not taking in any more strays during this crisis, and it helps. And animals help you be so calm. My nicest parts of the day are just like rubbing my doggy's belly, and she's kissing me, and I'm kissing her, and it's great,
we got 2 old dogs. Nothing better than an old dog too.
You do? You have 2 old
there
dogs?
Are several. 2 old dogs. Yeah. If you get yourself a mermaid pug, whose back legs have lost their strength, and they're like little mermaids, and they
mermaid pug. They've lost the use of their back legs.
Yeah, it's just sometimes they get like a little wheel, but sometimes it doesn't fit their back. I'm like, there's mermaid pugs out there that are very sweet and need love.
Yes.
Anyways,
yes. It's interesting you brought up mermaid. It's interesting that you brought up Mermaid, because Tom Hanks was in that movie. Was it called Mermaid? Splash. The movie Splash, and we know Mr. Hanks. Caught the coronavirus. He has everything. Tom Hanks has everything.
Yeah. What?
Somebody asked you, Maria, or me, but both of us, what product do you think you'd be perfect as a pitch woman? I think for me, it would be nuclear missiles. Like, what would be the perfect product? For me, it would be like, you see these nuclear missiles behind me? They're not the problem. Nuclear missiles do a terrific job. These are made by Raytheon. You're the problem, the human race. That's why we need a nuclear missile. Like, I would be a good spokesperson for that. What would be your best product to be a pitch woman?
I think, like maybe just for a whole concept, like stasis. Like
stasis?
Yeah, nothing's changing. It's not going to get better. It might not get that much worse. And it's no cost to you.
And it's no cost to you. I like that. I like the idea of pitching a product that has no benefit for anyone, but it doesn't cost anybody anything. I kind of like that. Yeah. Well, it's hard to turn down money, but we have to be strong. Any tips Any tips? Let's see. Let me just ask you straight out. Has this freaked you out? I mean, it freaks me out at different times during the day. At night, I get like once I'm like in bed and it's dark and, you know, me and my wife put on the TV. I just kind of turn to her and go, I am nervous. How do you deal with it?
Do you know how the virus works? It doesn't come to your house at night.
But I mean, that's when I get paranoid. That's when I get paranoid.
Yeah.
How about you? Are you dealing with this?
It's just more like with relationships. Like my parents are in town and they're quarantined and they're in their 70s and mom has very complicated grocery demands. I want half fat Chobani, CHOBANI, vanilla, half fat, and a pint if you can, 2 pints if they've got them. Like, Mom, I have I got you some candy corn. Is that close?
You're getting your parents' Halloween candy.
That's just stressful.
Yeah.
That's been more scary. And I think the feeling of just uselessness, of just feeling like, I just feel kind of useless. And I thought it was an introvert's paradise for a while. I was having a great time. And then now I do miss groups of people and having fun. You know.
Yeah. Do you walk your doggies and see people a little bit? We lost your audio.
Yeah, we walked the doggies and I lost my audio. Shit. Oh God.
No, you're back. You're back.
Oh God.
Do you
we see my parents and I see them 3 to 6 feet away.
Do you steal your internet connection from your neighbors? It seems like it's compromised.
I know.
I have
a roommate. We have a roommate. Oh shit! I'm so sorry.
Okay, now we can hear you. So, do you have any tips for the anxious out there, the anxious people out there? Any tips? Because you're a master at anxiety.
I say stay on whatever shitty meds you're on. Don't.
Yeah, right.
Don't go off of right now. Just stay on the super shitty meds you're on now. It's not a good time
Someone
to
asked,
go off.
That's for sure. Someone asked, what would be the first restaurant you went to after this pandemic is over? First restaurant.
Fuster's Freeze. A dirty Dairy Queen.
Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, I love Fuster's Freeze.
So you'd head right to Frosty Freeze. Table for one, please.
No, they don't have tables. Where would I want to go?
Oh, you don't have a favorite. You don't have a big favorite restaurant. Okay.
I don't have a big favorite restaurant, but I do want to sit in my coffee shop, my local coffee shop. I just there and sit there all day. That's what I love.
Yeah. Well, Ms. Bamford.
Yes.
It's great.
Sorry.
You know, I think we are gonna, we're gonna go through some very hard times. I think some of us will come out smelling like a rose. I think you're one of those people. I think that I may be compromised. But I want to thank you so much for coming on today.
I love you, Eddie. Thank you so much for having me on.
Love you, Maria.
Take care.
Talk to you soon.
Careful.
Okay, that was Maria Bamford. And wow, we are having a slew of terrific guests. And tomorrow is no different. Tomorrow we have Adam Del Rio, a comic from San Francisco, hilarious guy. And I can't wait to have Adam on with his dog, Alabama. I think you're going to love that. Both my dogs are sleeping right now at my feet. So thank you again, Maria Bamford. If you want to donate to me, I have a Venmo up on my Instagram account here at Edward Pepitone, or my Ko-Fi account. All right, everybody. Let's see. There might be one more. No. All right. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. This has been Live from the Bunker. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Don't go out unless you have to. And I think that's about it. All right. See you guys.